Good morning, children. We'll discuss the next topic, that is psychology as a discipline. In the last lecture, we discussed the definition of psychology, that how it deals with mental processes, experiences, and behavior. It studies mental processes, experiences, and behavior. So let's discuss these terms in detail. But before that, I would like to discuss some important facts of psychology which are very important to know as a psychology student. These are first, where psychology was established. It was established in 1879 at Leipzig in Germany. Yes, the first lab of psychology was established in 1879 at Leipzig. You have to learn this fact thoroughly. Next fact is, it is considered as a subject of social science and natural science. As a subject of social science, we study society. But as we discussed earlier, psychology is based on facts and many scientific methods are used. That is why we can say that it is a science. When you pursue this subject at higher level, like at undergraduate and postgraduate level, you can do BA with psychology as well as BSc with psychology. Means it takes both the streams together, social science as well as science. Third is, two parallel streams goes with psychology. These are neuroscience and computer science. What is neuroscience? Neuro means nerves, which are situated in our brain. They work in brain, they activate brain. So, neuroscience means study of brain, and computer science is, as you all know, the science of computer. Why? Here in psychology, computer science is related because to study brain, many equipments are needed which are attached with computers. These computers are very high speed computers in which we can see and record all the brain activities. So, with psychology, neuroscience, and computer science are also helpful. These are part and parcels of psychology because psychologists study neuroscience and computer science. Now switch on to our previous topic, that is psychology as a discipline. What is the meaning of discipline here? Discipline here means stream. It means in which stream it is considered, whether it is natural science or social science. Let's study some aspect of psychology as a natural science. First is physical and biological science. Second is study of human behavior. Third is controlled conditions. And fourth is cause-effect relation. First, we'll discuss psychology as a natural science. So, what are natural sciences? Yes, we do experiments in psychology, so it is considered as natural science. What we do in natural science? We do experiments with the help of physical as well as biological information. For example, we do experiments of psychology in lab on people under controlled conditions. We check their brain activities. We check their physical presence. We collect information. So all this come under physical and biological science. Second, now with the help of physical and biological science, psychologists study human behavior. As discussed earlier, psychology is a study of human behavior. Here, one thing should be clear. Study of human behavior is given priority, means physical and biological science is used to study human behavior. Next, controlled conditions. Data is collected under controlled conditions. Here, controlled conditions means, for example, science students must be knowing this, that we try to control the temperature or pressure in labs. Similarly, in psychology labs also, we try to control the things so that they may not get affected in our results. For example, we can control age, like we can take 10 people of similar age. So here age is controlled like this. That is why it is included in science. Next is cause and effect relation. It means with controlled conditions, what are the results? Means, for example, for testing intelligence, it is a test to check the IQ level of a person. Here, controlled conditions are, first is age, means we take 10 children of age group of say 12 years, and gender also means male or female. We can take either male or female, but we have to choose one so that we can control the situation. Okay, for example, we take 10 boys of 12 years of age. Here, boys and 12 years is constant, means control. Like this, we can control one more thing, that is questions. Means we give same mathematical problems to every boy. Here, same mathematical problem is also a control factor. So, now we test their intelligence. So, with this, we can find out results. So, what are we doing here? We are performing cause and effect relation. It is a very scientific way to study or test any attribute of people. One more word is there in your book, that is hypothetical deductive model. But first of all, let's discuss what is hypothesis. It means tentative explanation of how a certain phenomenon takes place. For example, I say light travels in a straight line. This is my statement. It remains a statement until or unless I do not prove this. The moment I prove this, it becomes theory. Hypothesis here is how I explain my statement in different ways. so that it becomes a theory. So what is theory? Theory is a set of statements which we need to prove. It's not mere simple uttering of words which becomes fact. First, general statement is given, then this statement is proved. First, theory is set, then it has to be explained that what is the meaning of that particular statement. Why you want to explain the phenomenon, what is the reason behind it, and what you want to prove, how will you proceed. So you have to explain it properly. Only then it becomes a theory. Then it is included in books. So what is hypothetico-deductive model? We take a hypothesis. Firstly, hypothesis is taken, then it becomes a theory. What is hypothesis? Hypothesis is you have taken a statement, then with the help of a data collection, you prove that hypothesis true or false. You can make more than one hypothesis. In each and every hypothesis, you have to prove it scientifically that whether that hypothesis is true or false. If you prove it true, then it becomes a theory. It's simple. Then you explain that theory. The theory which is at testing stage is called as hypothesis. But if your hypothesis is not proved, then you have to again make a new hypothesis. So it is called as hypothetico-deductive model. So this model is used in science where we do testing under controlled conditions so that it may give desirable results, because we want our hypothesis to be true, not false. As hypothesis is not given in a casual manner, you have to study a lot. Then it is deduced so that it should be proved true. If still true is rejected, then it becomes error. This is called as hypothetico-deductive model, in which hypothesis is deduced. Similarly, in the same way, psychologists give their statements to develop theories. Theories of what? Theories of memory, learning, attention, perception, motivation, and emotion, etc. Till date, most of the research in psychology follow this approach. Next is psychology as a social science. We'll discuss some points also in this topic. First is why it is social science, because it studies human behavior in social context. Second is people behave differently under similar or different circumstances. And third is conditions sometimes are not under human control. Let's discuss first point. Psychologists study human behavior of society. We here cannot apply logical science because we are analyzing people at societal level, at cultural level, at social environment around ourselves. Here, our objective is to explain human behavior as we are studying psychology. And in psychology, what do? We study mental processes, human behavior, and experiences. Ultimately, we have to study human behavior. Let's discuss second point. That is, people behave differently under similar circumstances. Means there are no controlled conditions here, like in natural sciences. At societal level, we cannot control the situations. Means we cannot control the people, behavior of people at social level. That is why here we have to study the natural situations of people, and different people behave differently under same or different circumstances. Yes, they can. Natural means, for example, someone is sitting at home. Then we observe his or her behavior. Or someone is in school, how she or he behaves, or in social gathering, etc. So we have to observe that particular person naturally, and the person even do not know that we are observing him or her, because we want to know his or her behavior in a natural way. There is a lot of difference in natural and controlled behavior. For example, when a psychologist asks you some questions and you give the answers, these answers can be controlled by you. But when a psychologist observes you, when you don't even know that someone is observing you, in that situation, you cannot show off or you behave naturally. Sometimes the psychologist is from the same group from which the subject is to be studied. Subject here means a person is to be studied. Subject don't even know that he or she is being observed. So, in natural conditions, you cannot control the situations. That's why people can behave differently under similar circumstances or different circumstances. Now let's discuss the third point, that is uncontrolled conditions. Here, we cannot control natural conditions, we cannot control temperature, humidity, crowd, outer environment, because we have to study the subject naturally. So we take psychology in both the ways, under natural science as well as social science, because we need objectivity, means scientific way, and subjectivity is also required. As subjectivity means behavior is sometimes unpredictable in same situation, and when we combine, then we can make a fact or theory. Yes, so I think now you have understood that we have to study psychology with two streams, and we cannot make results on the basis of only one stream, because it is a study of behavior, and behavior cannot be purely scientific. Thank you. If you find any doubt, you can ask me on my personal window.